I think they're too pricey. They have gone pricier ever since the new law school came, especially downtown. And I think they're kind of ridiculous considering how much we pay in tuition.
I think they're ridiculous just because we're already paying so much for tuition, and I feel like tuition should be covering parking. Students, I know like classmates who have to like come back down just to refill their meter, and that just takes away from their studying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very expensive. I wouldn't pay for that parking lot. I mean, I'm gonna find a like loophole or somewhere else to park for free. Yeah.
Parking on transit is actually a self-funded entity. So basically what that means is we don't receive any fees from the state or any student fees from student tuition. So all the money that is generated to run the transportation and parking program actually comes from the parking permit sales and the hourly parking. And the way that the permit prices are set is actually the permit prices haven't been increased in over 7 years now. And then 7 years ago, what was determined is the parking and transit worked with the student USG, with this USG, and then also other couple of constituents on the university campus to figure out what the permit pricing should be based on utilization, the expense to build parking, and those types of things. So mostly the cost of the permit go for maintenance of the lots and the parking garages, and then also for future growth for building parking spaces. Parking, unfortunately, isn't inexpensive to build. It's very expensive, and with all of our parking lots going away and going to parking garages, the average price per space to build a parking garage is about $25,000 to $30,000 a space. And then to maintain those spaces, roughly about $500 a year. So parking is pretty expensive. And then we also look to our peers. So we have to our Pac-12 constituents, and we compare our pricing to them, and we're actually on the lower half of the scale when we compare ourselves to the Pac-12. And then also we have other universities that we compare ourselves to, and that's how the pricing comes about. There's also the shuttle buses. So the intercampus shuttle buses are also paid with parking fees. But it's generally about $20 million in parking revenue. And then we also, not only do we fund the shuttle bus program, but we also fund the bike program, and then the disability resource dart cart program, and then a few other departments on campus we also help subsidize. And then again, it's expensive to maintain and build parking spaces, so all the rest of the money goes into building and maintaining the parking lots. You're looking for an inexpensive way to get to and from campus, and if you live close enough, you're generally between a 3 to 5 mile radius is probably a really easy bike ride. What we found too is biking to and from campus within that distance is actually quicker than driving your car, parking, and walking. So the campus is really spread out, and if you're able to bike to most of the buildings, you can bike right up to, or here in Tempe we have the walk-only zone, but then we have the bike valets that are strategically placed by the walk-only zone, so you can just park your bike, somebody watches your bike for you, and then you just walk to class and come back and get your bike, and you can go to your next class or ride back home. And again, it's also good incentive to get exercise, gets you active, and helps keep congestion off the street also. So it's something we really like to encourage.